Hi everyone. Hope you're having a good morning starting off, or maybe you're going to sleep because I release these videos at midnight. I schedule them ahead of time. So anyway, for today, for December 15th, for Thursday, December 15th, I'm using Jamie Sawyer's Rider-Waite-Smith redo. But I do have to say that I had to color over. If we get any one of the 10 majors, and this one's popping right up for the day. Okay, so 9 of Cups reversed. If we get any one of the 10 majors that have like any little bit of nudity, I had to paint over them. I put little bathing suits. So if we get one of those cards, you might crack up about that. But anywho, the moon's in Gemini today, and it's in at the like one of this point over here. So we have the south node over here, the moon in the moon in Virgo. My goodness, what am I saying? The moon in Virgo, and then it's trining the north node and Uranus over here. So we've got an opposition over here, this way between Taurus and Scorpio, which could lead to a breakthrough, especially with Uranus here at this end. But Virgo being over here at this, so we have a trine here and a sextile here. So that brings in that aspect of the architect where if we pay really close attention to the details that matter, we could have a really good productive day. But do your best to, take care of yourself. Don't push yourself. You realize, no one's perfect. We're all human. This one's popping up here. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. Okay. And also what's going on today, so you might want to watch the weekly astrology, video that I do. And the timestamps are in there, and you can, click forward for each day. That's pinned in the first comment. But we have a kite formation going on today between, like I said, the south node, the moon, Uranus, and the north node, then up to Mercury, and then back over. It's a beautiful formation. On top of this, finger of fate, finger of God going on all week, and even goes into, I checked ahead, peeked ahead, and it even goes into a little bit of next week. So, but for today, okay, well, this tells me here with the 9 of Cups reversed, in the morning, it's possible that you maybe you wake up after having a strange dream and you're trying to make sense of it. Maybe there's, maybe you're healing an addiction of some type and you're done with it. And you're ready to just let it go, that it's like you've had it, no matter what it is. I mean, my goodness, we are human. I am addicted to knowing that when I stand up, my 2 legs will work, right? Or when I reach to, pick something up, my hands and my fingers will work. But don't beat yourself up for having any type of an addiction. We just do our best to, work through it and let go, knowing that there's something better, right? So let's see, other things with the 9 of Cups reversed. It could be that you're healing and this could be especially true with all the healing aspects we've been having astrologically, and especially with the moon in Virgo, in that kite formation and that finger of fate that's going on too. We could be healing our self-hatred, like a little piece of self-hatred, self-judgment. We could be healing places where we feel like we're not enough, like there's some lack inside. And what we're doing is, rather than going towards the addictions that would numb out, right? Because that's what addictions are just. They're there in service of medicating something that we're not ready to feel yet. But if we've gone through all the feelings and we've been working hard to turn them around, right? Because addictions could come from either direction when we have the Nine of Cups, upright or reversed, because we have more than enough here to drink, to eat, everything. It's just one of those things. But when it comes to reverse, I get the feeling that for a lot of you, there's so much healing going on and you're just done. You're not going through that anymore. And you've gone through the grief work, or you're going through the grief work. Maybe you're letting go and going through the grief work. And I like the way he's, not only is he looking down at the cups and saying, well, yeah, nothing I can do about that. I've lost what has spilled out. But maybe what has spilled out is, maybe he could also kind of look over here and see, like, I'm done betraying myself. I'm done hurting my back. I'm done, doing anything that could keep me in any vicious circle of self-hatred or self-loathing or criticizing, feeling like we have to be perfect. We're just done with that. And with the Five of Cups, when we do that, when we let go, we turn around and notice, but look what we still have. And then I always like to look at like crossing that bridge into a whole new life and coming back home to yourself more and more. Like, this is home. Like, this is the river of life. And we can always let go and turn around. But there's grieving that has to occur as we're going through the process. And the grief is basically processing through our challenging childhoods, right? I mean, most children grow up with some level of trauma, some level, even low-level PTSD, which can be much, much more pervasive and challenging, takes much longer to heal when it's something that just happens every day. Like growing up in a home where you're not safe or your real needs aren't met, for love and connection and to be seen and heard and understood. Or, encouragement. How many kids didn't have any encouragement because their parents were just so into themselves, or they were trying to, meet the demands of everything that a mom or a dad or maybe they were a single parent. But meeting the demands of keeping a roof over our heads and feeding us and taking care of us. And I mean, it's hard. It's so hard. Being a mom or a dad is the hardest job a person will ever have. Ever. So, just hold that gently in your heart. But we do have to grieve for our childhoods. We're the ones that have to do the grief work. No one can do that for us. And I feel like there's a lot here about that. So, okay, so that I feel complete there for us. So today, who I'm going to read on is Ted Cruz. So first off, I want to give a shout out to my dear friend at Flower Tribe Creations on Facebook. Mimi. I call her Mimi. Her name's Mimi. Mimi Eichholz. She is the most amazing artist. She sent me this piece of art here. I have it hanging in my bedroom. I absolutely love it. It's above my altar in my bedroom. But if you want to treat yourself to looking at some beautiful art, go to her Facebook page and check it out. But she's also a brilliant, besides an intuitive artist, she's also a brilliant woman. And she sent me an email this morning that is a list of the 34 members that Congress identified in Mark Meadows' text message log. So I have this list of these, people. Okay, so we're working on Ted Cruz today. So let's see, is he on the list? Let's see. Oh, there he is. There he is right there. His number was identified by, so this would be the J6 committee investigators, and independently verified through public records by Talking Points memo as TPM. And of course, his spokesperson declined to comment. So that's just that one portion. here's the next one. 147 Republicans who voted to overturn election results. This is from the New York Times. Is Ted Cruz on this list? Yep, right there. Okay. My next list, these are my dirtbag lists, from the Washington Post. How many senators voted against the Respect for Marriage Act? Well, there were 36. Is Ted Cruz on this list? Let's see. Yep, there he is, right there. Okay. As are many that I've already done. I have a whole list of ones that I've already done. So if you just go to the dailies, you'll see. We're only in the dailies where it says political and personal, because some of the dailies I was only doing personal at first. But for Ted Cruz, so I'm going to use the Kipper, Chiro Marchetti's Kipper, and let's look into his political legal future. Where's he headed? Based on the fact that, well, you know, karma's the law of cause and effect, and because he doesn't care about anyone but himself. Remember, he's the one that went to Cancun in the middle of a freezing snowstorm where people were dying in Texas because they had no power, no electricity, no anything, not even clean water. What did he do? He took off for Cancun. That's why he's known as Cancun Cruz. Kind of like Moscow Mitch, or Moscow Mitch, I should say. Okay, anywho. What is Ted Cruz's future? I don't know how many cards I can fit, but I'm just going to see what I can do here. Oh, Ted. Yeah, that's him wanting to get away at vacation time, right? You know what? Hold on. I'm going to lift my camera up a little bit. Oh, that's better. Okay. I'm going to do this. Might as well do it right. Okay, so his political and legal future. Okay, so this top row here is, it's the more powerful row, but so far what I can say is he has some longing. He's probably a drinker, might even use drugs. I mean, if you're one of these dirtbag politicians, wouldn't you think you might need drugs to go to sleep at night? Like, not that he's in physical pain, but just a lot of, like, mental anguish, right? This is my card for OCDs. This is my card for a crisis of consciousness, which he's not conscious, but, when you're unconscious, you have to have those shocking, like, tower card moments or tower card situations in your, this isn't the tower, but I'm thinking, with the tarot, this is like the tarot. This card and the number 32 card is a lot like the tower and the Nine of Swords. But anyway, this card has to do with somebody who's feeling very pessimistic, someone who's very insecure, very, unconscious, and he can't think of anything other than, what do I do? They're connected to who I'm, they're sniffing out who I'm loyal to, basically, who I'm bonded with, and he's looking at, he can just sit there and wait, and there's nothing he can do about it, right? Because they're looking into him. And I think they're probably all feeling this way if they have any bit of brain cells left. But this is also a card of major ignorance, Yeah. And he might even be thinking about, like, could I get away? Could I run away to another country with this card here? So, all right. Let's keep going. Okay, so this brings in deception and cheating, bad health, a painful loss, and it's right under the marriage card, so on another layer, Maybe he's having marriage problems. Maybe his wife might leave him. This is my card in this deck in political readings. I see this card as being part of a clan, part of a person's ancestry, and how they just want to have, oh, here, let me turn off that fan. Maybe that'll help. There. A lot of glare going on with these cards because they're highly laminated, even though I sprayed hairspray on them, but thinking that might help. I bought some, like, disgusting kind of hairspray just to... But anyway, this card to me has to do with the things a person will do, and we can see that right here with the Lovers card, because the Lovers has to do with people that you're bonded to with loyalty and success. But there's no success when you have this card here anymore. Like he's mulling over, how I was successful and tried to create my wealth, basically assets, everything that matters to him. And yeah, and then his work. Okay. So in his work, in his profession, he's been very deceptive. I'm mirroring these two cards now. Very deceptive. And it's going to create health problems for him that are painful. And maybe even there's, a problem, a major problem going on there. Let's see. What else? You put these two cards together. You put these three cards together, and I feel like, what do we call foreign money laundering, deceptive practices there. Okay. This would be the J6 committee. If he's involved with the Georgia, I'm imagining he's involved with everything, but this could be J6 committee, he's in the report. He could even be subpoenaed for, communications. This would be all communications, especially the text messages. So this would be exactly, those lists were revealing that they have all the documents of all communications. They have a wealth of documents and communications. He's heading for a change of job, I'm getting with that one. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, maybe a change in the way he makes money. Let's keep going here. This would be everyone in his inner circle who has amassed a lot of wealth, and there's their reputation as being a thief. He's going to be seen as being a thief, and that's the life experience. That's the trajectory he's on. He was part of the strategy. If he doesn't end up in prison, he's at least restricted, probably from office, restricted from a political position, from happening ever again. And that's what he deserves. Wow. Okay. Well, that's all we have on Ted Cruz for now. You can always check in more later if need be. Okay, guys, take good care. Bye.